What is up, everybody? Keith, aka Gator Guy 231, here for a special showdown edition of one of the bigger showdowns we've had in a while. Liverpool, I'm going to Tottenham. A must-win game. Honestly, for both squads, as City is just like kind of taking a stranglehold on the league. The standings don't show it, but their form certainly is making this look like if maybe these two. We saw United lose to Sheffield today. I don't think United is trustworthy at all. But these two can't figure it out. City could win this league going away in the next few months, even without Kevin De Bruyne. So just a little bit of background. You're here for the DFS. I hope y'all did well today. Thought my lineup was crap, to be honest. Even as I made it, I ended up with NATO, Chris Wood, who I shouted out on the preview yesterday. Felt very fortunate to get that goal. Grealish, Bruno Fernandes, Kai Havertz. Ended up on Timothy Castagne because I had a spot for Joe Bryan, who didn't start, Alex Telles, who I mentioned. I much preferred Luke Shaw, but you had to have that money for Telles in case he was in. The GOAT is Nick Pope. Yeah, I think that's it. Then midfielders. Jack Grealish, of course. You didn't play Jack Grealish. I don't know what you're doing. So yeah, it was a good day. I'm glad it's over. Let's jump in the showdown. So quick reminder, bottom right of the screen. If you're still around, I babbled for 2 minutes and haven't got any DFS done. If you're still around, hit that subscribe button. I promise, it gets better. This should be a fun one. Let me just kind of go over. Let's just look at the odds, and then more than anything on this showdown, I just kind of want to talk about what I think is going to happen and how I'm going to be scheming, making my lineups that go along with the storyline. So we got Tottenham, slate dog at home plus 232, Liverpool plus 121, 2 3/4 total. All right. So what do we know about Tottenham? Well, they're going to play on the counter. That's what they did the first time against Liverpool, and they're definitely going to do that against Liverpool this time. And honestly, I think it could even be more effective now than before. I didn't even look at the lineup. I'm pretty sure Joel Matip is in, but right now, Liverpool's center back options are Jordan Henderson, center midfielder, and honestly, where Liverpool really needs him is in the central midfield. Fabinho, central midfielder, and Reece Williams, who is slow and bad positioning, and just overall not good at football. So yeah, it's not good. And the likes of Son plus Kane coming in and playing them on the counter, playing them as a 2v2, that's a terrifying thought. So here's what I'll say. This slate is actually really, really quite easy if you just break it down. There's probably 3. I'll give Lloris 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is 8 players playable, maybe 9. 8 players. I think 8 to 9 players that are playable on this slate. And you just need to find the right combo, in my opinion. And obviously, if there's an outlier goal, like my player pool gets screwed up. But player pool, Hung Sin Mun. Okay, is there Heung-min Son? Wow, this is what I do in the morning normally, not at night. But should be on Monopoly set pieces. Phenomenal on the counter. His bromance, which is Harry Kane. Those two very much in play. I really prefer them together, but I think in optimals and like cash builds, Son will be on his own. But for GPPs, I would really be stacking those two together. Let's go to flex so you can see it. So those two, Mane, Salah, I don't think Andrew Robertson, who's on half the corners for Liverpool, sometimes all of them, you just never know. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think Firmino is only GPP. He's looking a lot better, but he won't make a lot of my builds. I just think that if you're going to play a Liverpool attacker, it's Mane or Salah. Then you can go down for a while. The interesting guy that I think is more in play than people will give credit for is Hugo Lloris. I think it's a really solid play at 5,600. I would not call you crazy for playing him in cash. And then I think, Curtis Jones, depending on where he lines up, could be in play, but he's kind of like a last man in. I like Steven Bergwijn a lot. He should have scored the first match versus Liverpool. I was actually really impressed. I got to watch a lot of, was it Sheffield? Yeah, it was the Sheffield game. He looked awesome. That was the first game I've really gotten to see Steven Bergwijn actually make an impact, and he was good versus Leeds too. So I think I like Bergwijn a lot here at his price. He's almost gonna be hard to not play. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I counted right. Like Lori's, more GPP. I don't really like Allison here. If you don't see, good center backs in front of them, Liverpool don't have good center backs. So it doesn't matter what pairing it is; they're going to suck. I just don't see Liverpool holding a clean sheet. If Liverpool wins, it's going to be like 2-1. So yeah, I mean, I think what most people are going to do in like a cash game, just because of the pricing. I should say this. Let me go back. I'm not considering Aurier or Reguilon. I just don't see Jose unless they fall behind like 2-0. He's not going to let those fullbacks have freedom to get up the pitch. So I would not be a big fan of them, even though their prices are good. I don't see a lot of upside on them. Like you're really hoping, just for like an Aurier dart to the box. Like he scored on a header off of a set piece versus Sheffield, but I don't think that you're playing them for their floor. And just a lot of the constructions doesn't have you on them. Like I prefer Hugo Lloris over either one of them, in my opinion. I just think you get a lot more upside with Lloris. But I think most people are going to do some sort of construction, like a Liverpool fullback, just because of the pricing. And because Tottenham's going to be pinned back, it's going to give both Robertson and TA a good amount of crossing opportunities. Robertson looked terrible versus United, but I'm not. We have 2 years of history of knowing that Robertson's crossing the ball a ton and has to share set pieces. Likely a split with TAA. So I think that those two are going to be like locks and cash games. I think people will go in, and then I mentioned that it's Bergwijn from there. For me, I'm giving you guys a good amount of build. So bonus if you stuck around of my blabbering. That leaves you 7,000 a player. And at that point, you can go Kane. You have enough to make Kane work. You can go Salah. You can go Mane, and you can make this work. So, yeah, I think something like that, or obviously you can put Robertson up top, and he still works fine. He's got plenty of salary left. You said you want Salah. No, you don't have enough from there. What did I screw up? Oh, I put Kane too. I meant to put TAA. So 4,200 left. And then I think, pretty sure you can even make a Sun captain work. Yeah, punt off with the center back. Our Discord, we had a way too long discussion about Eric Dyer's free kick abilities. I still will fall on the lines of, if Eric Dyer is stepping up for a 25-yard free kick with, the game on the line, as a Liverpool fan, I feel fantastic that Eric Dyer is taking, and not Son and not Kane. That type of guy. I don't care if Eric Dyer is better on the training pitch at those. I don't want to see Harry Kane over the ball with the game on the line, right? I want to see Eric Dyer. So, I hope this happens and he scores. I look like an idiot. I mean, I was on the NBA preview, what was it, yesterday, talking about how Reggie Jackson was a terrible play and he dropped like 55. So bring it on. I don't care about making myself look stupid. But yeah, there's my Eric Dyer rant. Did not expect to have that tonight. But yeah, I think this is like the type of slate, and you just got to pick your storyline on showdowns. If you think that Tottenham is going to win 2-0, so where are those goals going to come from, right? Like, so the first three guys in my lineup, if I think Tottenham is going to win 2-0, is Son, Kane, Lloris, and I think just by the reality of the salary, Steven Bergwijn, and then if they're down 2-0, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andrew Robertson are probably still going to have a ton of crosses. So there's a lineup. I haven't even plugged it in. I'm sure it fits. Switch around your captains and make it fit. If you think Liverpool are going to win 2-0, well, then you obviously are going to try to put Alisson in there, because if there's only 2 goals, right, there's a good chance that a clean sheet win. That's 10 points on its own. He's probably going to have a save or two. That's going to make him one of the top scorers on the slate. So you want him. If it's 1-1, all right, who's going to be the 2 goals and who are the other 4? So a 1-1 game is probably, some version of TAA, Robertson, Son for all the floor, and then decide who's going to score. Is it going to be Salah plus Kane? Maybe you punt a captain, or, is Bergwijn going to score? Put him at captain. Like, just start making the combinations. If you're playing the GPP or you want to make like 8-10 lineups, you guys just pick a scoreline and tell the story of how it happens. That's showdown strategy. I get these questions all the time, like, what's your showdown strategy? And I say, pick a story and make the story happen with your lineup, and you'll do all right. Guys, I hope that helps. Good luck tomorrow. Go Liverpool. We need Liverpool faithful, we need a win so badly. So I hope this is it. Should be a great game regardless. I have not looked. Hopefully it's not on Peacock, so that those of us that don't want to shell out $6 for that don't have to, shell out $6 this month. If so, I guess I'll be shelling it out. But again, good luck tomorrow. Thank you again for listening to my disjointed thoughts. I know this wasn't like this most well planned out, but I hope that the advice was good nonetheless. Once again, Keith, aka Gator Guy 231. See you.